Listen.
It's it's been a lot, man.
What you saying? Weekend was crazy.
Bro, crazy is an understatement, man. It's been legendary. It's been entertaining. It's been just TV at its best, man.
Yeah.
It's just in boxing at its best.
Listen, we need to get. We know what this is. It's a post-fight chat, just to kind of get our take on. Do you know? Before we even get into that, let me just say, campione.
Trust
ole,
me.
ole. Ale.
You got the scars. We never
all the
walk
Reds.
alone. Trust me.
Big you up. I've seen the timelines going crazy today for the Reds as well. So it's been one of them weekends of sport.
No, it
sports.
has,
if you're a Liverpool fan,
it has. And if you're an Arsenal fan,
there's a lot going on in it. Sorry for you, innit? But but yeah, listen, that
I ain't
fight.
saying shots in the greenies, but yeah.
Look. You know where we got to start, because you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Parenting.
Yeah, and that's it.
What was that, a good or a bad move by Chris EUBANK Senior? I'm talking about before. Now we know.
Yeah.
Now we see the whole picture.
Yeah.
Before, during, and after. Would you say that was an example, in your opinion, of good parenting or bad parenting, and why?
Overall, it was good parenting.
Why would you say it's good parenting?
Because he had his reasons, and sometimes when you're raising someone or you're looking after, you have your children, sometimes you do things without giving them all the information for their benefit.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? So protection is, you know what? The fight, let's have it right. Like, since we shot our last thing, a lot of things happened over that time. So let's have it right. The fight shouldn't have went on.
Okay.
You know, the fight was like, they bent a lot of rules to get to have this fight.
Okay.
I mean, it was disgusting. So really, from a father perspective, that fight wasn't, you know, it shouldn't have went through. They done a lot of things to give Chris EUBANK Jr. the disadvantage.
And he still came out on
top.
of
So as
one.
a father, he's saying, look, this ain't right. This ain't my legacy. This is not what I'm for. And then on top of that, you're putting my child's life at risk. You get what I'm saying? So for him saying as a father, you know what, don't do it. You know, don't do it. But at the end of the day, Chris Jr. is a man. And he said, you know what, Dad, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? And also, I just want to touch on this quickly. Also, the planning they might have done as son and father behind the scenes. You know that. You looking surprised though. The planning,
I'm listening.
The planning he done, you know, leading up to the fight. Yeah. I feel like as a father, that was part to play as his experience and his wisdom used to create the best advantage in a disadvantaged situation.
Wow, that sounds elaborate.
Yeah,
somewhat manipulative. Some would say. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying some would say that, innit? Because to plan like that from top to bottom, that's a bit mad. There's an element of.
I wouldn't probably say it was planned like that from top to bottom, but they were seeing the climate and just taking it. You know?
I feel you on that, and I was about to say. So for me, looking at the whole situation, I feel like what might have started off as a genuine concern, slowly started turning into, you know what? If this is going to go on ahead without me, I might as well manipulate it for the ball to be in my court, for my son and my legacy.
That's it, 100%.
And for me, he worked that to a T.
100%.
The execution was immaculate. Immaculate.
100%.
Listen, the level of pageantry, showmanship. I have never heard a pop like that for a fighter in boxing. The closest thing, I said the closest thing, those kind of pop, when EUBANK Senior stepped out of the car.
That's WWE.
That was WWE.
That's Hulk Hogan.
Stone Cold. I thought Hulk Hogan. I thought it was one of them man that stepped into the building. I was like, wow. Place went mad.
The uproar.
And he created that.
Because he definitely orchestrated it. Sorry, go on.
But here's the magic. For me, in my opinion, I found it quite interesting that EUBANK Senior, what I already knew, he's a guy who loves the limelight. So already there was a point where I was already thinking, is this part of the show for a while? But you can never be sure when that tide turned. But when he came in and he did his thing and he got that pop, I thought, wow, Senior's done it again. He's got what he wanted in the end anyway. He's stolen the show. But then, what happened?
No, I like that. Let's go back again. When he came out the car, I couldn't believe it.
Mad thing.
Obviously, me and Napper's cool, innit? So I'm doing my thing with the children. So I've locked on my phone. I've gone on Instagram. First thing I seen, Pops is here. I'm like, oh my. I wanted to shout you straight away. Because you know my worries. Like, you know, obviously, I said, look, if it was me, I'll be there with my son, regardless of whatever. You know, we spoke about the thing. But like when I saw that, I was like, yes. And then, but first thing I saw is when Napper posted and he's just doing his thing, innit? But then when I've gone back and I've seen when the doors open, the Rolls Royce open.
They did the Rolls Royce doors open.
WEE.
Then the lift open. Even listen, there's clips.
Hold on. When he came out the car, when they opened the thing,
I still had.
I can't believe, Senior's here. I was like, what?
Senior.
The crowd's going mad. And then when I see EUBANK Junior come. And he's gone to his dad and I see EUBANK.
The way they were strutting.
His face, bro.
They were strutting. The way they moved, when you look at the confidence, bro, it's like we just pulled off a master stroke.
Exactly.
They walked with air of confidence.
Exactly. The way they had the EUBANK Junior thing and he's walking, he said, yeah, I told you guys, Daddy's here now. You get me? My dad's here. Sort of mode.
I can't lie to you, it filled my heart. It
was such a wholesome thing, bro.
Like outside of boxing, innit?
No,
like,
for real.
What an amazing moment.
For real.
What an amazing, like, especially for the culture, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, seeing EUBANK, I said the culture, even the way it ended. Rastafari. He got another big pop for that. That's going crazy.
I know Sky took him out for that, And that was the key thing, you know what I'm saying? So the whole thing there, it was beautiful to see father and son, because as a father, and you know, you relate as well, from now you have to be there for your boy, no matter what. You know, it's not about emotions now. And it was so happy, it was so good to see. And I saw a lot of posts going around when they were saying, you know what, seeing this made me want to reconnect with my father. Or let me have to reach out to my son. It was so good for the culture and so good for fatherhood. You get what I'm saying?
It's different. It's different.
And then I'm going to fast forward a bit. In that Sky interview, he goes, I was always going to be here. Rastafari.
But he had to make his point first. As a father.
Always going to be here. You know what I'm saying? That, who taught you that? Karen teach you that? Well, you put egg in the wife. He must see my heart. But anyway, he was always going to be there. And it was so good. You know, it was so good. I know for mind games, for the people, the opposition and whatnot, you know, it kind of took them off their back foot.
And you know what? I'm not on either side, but I'm going to say this.
Really?
In a way. Okay, I wasn't on either side.
Right, cool.
But I'm going to say this. Good. Because when I look at it, Junior was drained. When I look at it, Billy Joel Saunders was sent to his changing room to go and check on EUBANK's raps, which is talking about mind games.
Bro, there's a lot of mind games going on.
Come on, man. That's mind games. Even when you listen to the commentary, all the commentary was basically, it sounded like it was in favour of Conor Benn.
Right, okay. Do
you know what I mean? So, like, the commentary, like, to me, it all sounded like everything was in Conor's favour. And I don't mind Conor, and I like Conor. Conor showed heart in that fight.
He did.
You know what I mean? He fought both. We haven't even talked about the fight itself. I mean, definitely surpassed my expectations. What fight? For me, that was one of the best fights I've seen live in my life. Like, that I could process. Do you know what I mean? I remember when I was a kid and watching boxing with my dad, and I'm talking about, like, as an adult, dope fight.
It was a dope fight.
Shout out the undefeated guys, KG, Trav, Tony Pugilist. I was out there with them, man. They're still.
Big them up, man.
Listen, man, they put on a good show as well, like, as they do. Big you lot up. The place went mad. I think I stepped into the room, Travis tells me, he goes, you know what? You Senior's here, because I stepped in a bit late, late with the shades and that. You know, the slow belly, you know the belly entry, innit? slow shoulder movement and that.
Probably got a couple of the youngest to screen the area before you come through.
There was, bro. See it.
I know
so you, was like, Senior's here, you know. I said, right. That's the first thing I walked into. I was like, no, I start seeing the replays. I was like, wow, this is mad. Sweet, immediately, my heart was filled. And I don't think Junior fights that fight like that without his dad being there in his corner.
Because
in that moment, for both of them, even Conor and Senior, it's like, wow, we're really fighting for our dads now. It's back to what it started as, exactly. You know what I mean? And they're fighting for their parents' honour. So, listen, it's one of them ones that got the room up. Like, nobody even talks about the undercards. The main card came. It ran the show, it stole the show, it held the show.
Yeah, big up Anthony Yard, big up Tunde and the team. You're right. So, it was just good to see, and you know, I could tell it gave EUBANK that extra, because there's things we can't, like, obviously the dad's there, but there's things that I don't want to get too spiritual, but that's that backing behind the spirit behind your dad's watching there. It does a lot, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into the fight, man. Let's get into the fight.
Boy.
For me, you know, Ben came out blazing. You know what I'm saying?
As he should, and as we thought he should. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like it got to a point where he realised that he couldn't hurt Junior as much as he thought he could. And Junior wasn't willing to be hurt. Like that. It's a bit of both. But what I noticed, there was a point where Conor started backing off a little bit. So to me, that told me that, okay, we've never known Junior to have, like, do you get me, like, mad power and that. But it shows that he's got something on them punches. Do you get what I'm saying? So, and maybe it's the big guy versus the little guy thing. And you could tell it started hurting Conor a little bit. Like, he was still walking forward at times, but a little less.
Only so much energy you have, you know what I mean?
But he's the younger man. He's supposed to go hell for leather. But and then in the end, it ended up that Junior was like basically fighting Conor's fight. Which was wild to me. I was like,
and he's talking to him.
He's talking. What did he say to him? Easy work.
Easy work.
Easy
come
work.
On, let's go now. It's time. Round 6, round 7.
Typical wind-up merchant. Burn his energy out.
Into it, you know. I said round 6, innit? What gone?
I'm not even going to go into predictions.
I said round 6. But to be honest, I just want to go back a bit. I said round 6, but on the way in, you know, when he was down, he was up by 0.5 pounds or something. Which was ridiculous. He had to pay the fine. I was a bit thingy, man.
More mind games. Sorry, I've got to say, more mind games.
More mind games. Cool. He paid the thing, whatever. But when he came out that sweat bag, I looked in his eyes, innit? And I was a bit worried for EUBANK. To be honest,
there's a big one.
Dad's not there. You're going into new territory in terms of weight-wise. I was a bit worried, you know. Me and you spoke about it. You get what I'm saying?
That's right.
One of my next boys called me. I said, look, man, I can't go back on what I've said, but I will know what's going to happen on the ring walk, innit? And got to the ring walk and I saw what I wanted to see. You get what I'm saying to you? Same thing for you. I said round 6. You said it's going to go the full
rounds,
distance.
Junior.
You done well. You know what I'm saying? It was a good prediction, man. It started picking up after round, I think from round 5, 6.
It started going crazy after that.
And as it got to each round, it got more like intense.
And this is what I'm saying. I didn't expect Junior being drained to have that much, and that's how I know he won that fight of heart.
Right.
And I'm hearing rematch. I'm going to cut to the end because this is just a quick video for the people to address. You know, I mean, we spoke about the fight a lot in it. So, like, I don't want to see you personally. I don't want to see EUBANK Junior in a rematch. I don't think
neither of them need to.
Conor wants it, from what I'm hearing.
Drop your weight and
Junior should say, "Thank you. Stay at your weight." Take that confidence from that fight that you did well against the bigger man, and take that into people in your own weight class and whack them up and become a champion. Form your legacy.
Conor, you will do.
You get me?
Stay at your weight, bro. Stay at your weight. Go and, you know, like I'm seeing people saying, go America, go do your thing.
I do not want to see that fight again for either of them. I don't.
It's not needed. It's not needed for love or money. It's not worth it. It's not needed. You know what I'm saying?
Senior, listen, give me a pay packet. You know what should happen? EUBANK. Harley EUBANK versus Conor Benn. If you lot want that EUBANK Ben legacy so much, listen, you never know. Listen, Conor might get the win.
He might.
You might hold the win down for
Conor's
Ben.
like a rocket pocket, man.
Let him do that.
He must have learned a lot from that fight anyway. And naturally, you know, we live, we learn. You know, you learn from that fight. You're gonna come back better, my boy. 100%. You get what I'm saying? Sorry, my boy. Go.
No, you said the right things, and literally that. She's gonna just like the one thing I was going to say, just one technical aspect about the fight is, I just wish in that fight Conor invested in the body a bit more. I just wish he invested a bit more in the body, because that's what you need to do to that older man. That older man, wear him down, take his body out. Unless his defense is Mayweather-esque, like, it's going to start taking its toll towards the end of the fight. Junior wouldn't have had that kind of energy for heart, love, or money at the end. But again, that's a little bit of inexperience, which the young man will come back from and learn to take into his other fights. Regards to Junior, I think for Junior, what it's about now, he's got to try and see one of the champions, or wait out the Canelo fight, make another big packet. At 35, he might not see Canelo for a year now, because Canelo's locked into this fight with Crawford soon, innit? So it might be a year. So he's got to find something to do in between then. Inactivity is not good for a fighter, but the aim should be the Canelo fight, and then maybe get Billy Joe Saunders back in again to finish his career, see if he can get that get back. You're both older.
You're right.
Billy Joe Saunders has been on the old Santa cakes, but you know he loves it, innit? So let's run that one back, see what would have happened.
That would be good.
Yeah, and let EUBANK Jr. ride off in the sunset with his faculties intact. A big bag, faculties intact. That's an important
Senior,
one. Junior, everybody's happy.
There we go.
Listen, it just happens, innit? It just happens. You know, man, talking. You know them, man.
Now for real. So you can say something.
I was just gonna say, Senior, Rastafari. Tell them you watched the episode. Tell them you watched the episode, and that's why you knew not to helicopter parent, and you knew to step back.
Trust me, I will message them as well, man. Please, sir. You know what I mean? Pull up to the fight. But you know what? It's all good, and it worked out, man. The father was there for his son, and you saw how it impacted the son's performance. You know what I'm saying? The support from the father and how important it is, and that's what we're talking about. So yeah, man, that's us. Quick wrap up one. Big up my brother every time. Are we doing it the way we live? We learn. We're live. Come on, my guy. Peace out, people. Hey, listen, you know what to do. Subscribe, comment, subscribe.